Rachel.
And I'm Melissa, and we are the Cashmere Hair Girls of Beverly Hills. We are asking $45,000 for 15% stake of our company. Every woman has had to fake it a time or two, especially when it comes to beauty.
Not everyone is born with amazing hair, but with hair extensions, women can enhance their hair into the hair that they've always dreamed of.
As a professional hairstylist and extension expert in Beverly Hills, I know clip-in hair extensions are a great non-permanent option.
Sharks. This is a real deal, and there is nothing fake about it. And now I'm going to take it all off for you. As you can see, I'm going to unclip my hair from my head.
Oh, wow.
As you can see, they are tracks attached to clips.
I can't tell the difference.
And I have 2 clips on each side of my head, like that. And then 3 that go along the back. Here's the first one that goes along the back.
You got a whole Shetland pony in your hair, huh?
It's all coming off.
It is all coming off. And as you can see, again, it is a big difference.
So it comes with the clips in it?
Yep. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to clip back in.
Is it real human hair?
It is 100% all Indian hair.
Can we see it? So there's people in India getting their hair cut, and they're sending you their hair.
We work through a manufacturer, and they're actually doing all the supplying.
They actually go out and collect the hair, put it together.
There's actually hair auctioners, and they collect different qualities of hair and suppliers. There's really low-grade hair, and you can go up to very high quality
So
hair.
my next question is, how much is it per extension?
The cost for us, on average, is $105. We retail these for $399.
How many pieces do you get for $399?
You get a full set of cashmere hair that is 7 tracks.
How do you know with certainty it's human hair?
All right, before we get to that question, well, first off, I could use some hair extensions myself there, as people in the comments have generously let me know. I mean, look, you take almost anybody's hair, put it under this big light that's sitting in front of me, and it's gonna shine right through. But anyway, look, that is some healthy margins they got there, so ding ding for that. I didn't realize that there was that level of, hair markets going on and that kind of stuff. Pretty neat stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, $45,000 for 15% seems reasonable as long as they got some sales to back that up, or at least maybe some kind of patent or something they can protect that with, but it seems more than reasonable, even if it doesn't. So yeah, we're gonna check out their website and social media at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. Also, go and check out shopsuperjoe.com. You can get yourself a super entrepreneur. There's t-shirt, there's books, digital books, master classes, and more over there at shopsuperjoe.com. So go check that out. And I'd love to have either one of you come on this show and give an interview. So drop a comment down below, and we will make that happen.
Certainty it's human hair. How? I mean, I'm serious.
No, really. This is true.
It might be from the underbelly of a yak.
We have tested out about 20 suppliers, so we'll get their hair over to us as samples.
For each batch?
Yes. All cuticle intact is called Remy. We deal with a manufacturer and supplier that only deals with Remy hair.
In this calendar year, how much of this are you going to sell?
We have been in business for 6 months, and we have sold a total of $38,000.
But other people can buy from that same supplier,
Yes.
correct?
It's a possibility.
Anybody can.
Right.
I have 10 years as a professional hairstylist, as an extension expert, so I know what girls are looking for and what they want.
I've been a model for the last 10 years, and I've been wearing hair extensions myself for a really long time. I used to have to make my own. I would actually take apart other ones from other companies and sew them together so that they were full enough and thick enough.
There's nothing worse.
It takes a long time, and also I didn't want to have to wear a ton of metal clips on my head.
Let me ask you a question. Does it concern you? Let's talk guy meets girl. Guy looks at girl.
I don't even want to know where this is going to go.
I really like this girl. She has spectacular hair. Fantastic. A couple of days go by, the special evening arrives, and then you find out it's just all false advertising.
Well, isn't that with
do
a
we have
lot
a
of
problem
things
with
women
this?
do? You know, I mean, a little bit, we cheat a little bit.
Why not enhance something when someone could go from an 8 to a 10, taking a pretty girl and even making her prettier?
I'm gonna back them up on that because like if you have not a lot of hair to begin with, you're not gonna be able to get away with putting on these extensions. Like it's not gonna cover up like that. So yeah, it's just different than saying like than like a full on wig would be like that's a different story. But the thing that concerns me though, the 38,000 in 6 months. That's tough. Now, I do like the fact that they're testing each batch that comes through that they're getting from these suppliers, and they've tested 20 suppliers. That takes time. You got to know, who you're dealing with over there, and making sure that they're sending what they sent as a sample, right? So you're not getting something that's different than what you originally planned for, and that's something that like anybody in any industry that's dealing with overseas manufacturing or manufacturing that you're not there for needs to be very much involved with. You can't just have direct shipping because that's where problems are gonna inevitably turn up. So yeah, I mean, I think they're kind of just playing up for the TV here. Hopefully, Lori sees the value in this because it doesn't seem like anybody else gets it.
Soulmate's a great product. Okay, 38,000 in sales in 6 months. Great start.
Yep.
How do you now get all the women to know about it?
Number one is we really want to make instructional videos that are going to basically help sell the product for
Sell it
us
where, though?
because
Online.
Okay, but Rachel, how are people going to know you're out there to come to your website to watch the video?
Because we make our own beauty blogs. We utilize Instagram. Social media has taken a huge help for us.
Right.
We know
but
it
the
works.
challenge,
And
and where Robert was trying to get to, the challenge isn't will you have a successful business.
Absolutely.
Right? You guys are there, right? You just got to keep on doing
about, Mark? They got 38,000 in sales.
No.
Exactly.
They know
Because
what
every
they're
business
doing.
has to start
And
somewhere, right?
we're planning on going into salons, and we want to have cashmere hair parties. We want to be able to bring the hair to you.
You haven't had one yet, have you?
Nope, but we are having one at the end of the
The
month.
challenge is, can you grow that enough to become a company that creates a return for an investor?
Yeah, I like that idea. The hair party thing. That's great. Ding ding for that. But when you're talking about you're selling it for $400 and you sold 40,000, I mean that's 100 sales in 6 months. It's not bad, but it's not enough necessarily to like get super excited about. But their valuation, at least the asking price of 45,000 to get involved is not $200,000 or something like that, where it's like, oh yeah, no, you're just not there yet. And it doesn't sound like they have a patent yet, so or going down that path. But I like the idea of the parties, and utilizing social media is great. If you can do it well, that's awesome. But it's gotta be, you gotta stay consistent with it. You gotta create consistent messaging. One of those companies that does it really well is Wendy's. They're super snarky and like sarcastic and witty, and people love it, right? Everyone can't pull that off. They have that ability to have that branding that not every other, fast food company can have. So if you can get into that voice and talk to that avatar, if you haven't downloaded my avatar, the super avatar builder, go over to superjoepardo.com/avatar. It's 64 questions. It's in a workbook. You fill out the 64 questions and you will know how your avatar thinks and why they think the way they do. And then you can start looking at the advertising and making it all like come together really easy. So it's something, it's something, even if you're building a show, if you're building marketing, if you're building a business, whatever you're building, knowing your avatar is like super important. Super important.
You asked for $45,000.
Correct.
And the reality is, if you guys hustle and grind enough, you can generate that $45,000 given your margins, which is 90,000 in sales or less. And so while I think this is a great business, I don't think this is a great business suited for an investor. And so for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah, but Mark, they're probably there for somebody with the business knowledge end of it to enable them to help scale that up and or get more of a digital, the digital footprint going. $45,000 is because they probably wanted to make it easy to let somebody get involved with the business.
I think we could grow a lot faster, though, if we actually do have an investment.
So here's a question. When you look at yours, because there's tons of extensions out there, where do your prices compare to what's already out there?
Our price is more expensive than almost all of the other clip-in hair extension companies, but there's a good reason for it. A lot of clip-in hair extensions sell for half of our price, and it's because the quality is not good. You cannot buy that kind of hair for that cheap.
You've gone to the high end, or at least you claim that. You're telling me it's not yak hair. I'm going to believe you. But for an investor like me to look at this and say, how am I going to turn this into a multi-million-dollar business? I don't think I am. I don't see the strategy that gets me there. And for that reason, I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with going on the high end. I think, especially if you can go to the boutique route, and if by selling it direct to consumer, you can afford to have sales and things of that nature. But they've also priced themselves in a way that they could sell to those. They could have the parties and build like the MLM. Not a huge fan of the MLM, but it can be a workable model for some people in some businesses. But having that ability to be able to say, oh, well, you can make, $100 for every hair extension that you sell. That's going to get people really, juiced up. And at that point, they're still making $200 per set. So I'm definitely on board with that. They could sell, to the hair salon for $100 over cost, $200, and they can mark it up to $399, and everybody gets to make a piece of the pie here. So I think that even though they're expensive, I think that it's smart where they're at, and if they got the quality, then it speaks volumes to the product.
Melissa, are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, because you seem like you're frustrated. You're melting a little bit.
I guess I stand behind this so strongly.
All right. The challenge with this is purely about marketing. And marketing is the black hole of a business. And
well, I think even in the past 6 months, we've done pretty well ourselves.
You have, and this doesn't mean that you guys.
So if we had help from somebody like you,
you don't want help from me on hair. Trust me on that one.
Good point.
I would have to agree with Mark. I don't think that this is something that you need an investor at this time, and I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
That's disappointing.
There's one thing you said here today that I think is unique. I think doing these home parties, I think that if you focus on that.
I'm with Lori. I like the idea of the hair parties at salons and so on, but you haven't done it. Today, for me to invest in it, I wish there was more substance to the strategy. That's all.
Well, and I'm gonna
look. I wish you the best of luck. I'm out.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about $45,000, and if you really wanted to get I'd like to see, at this early in the stage of the game. I mean, even if you wanted to come in at 33%, they might be interested. They really want. It seems like they genuinely want the help.
Lori, we know that you can help us a lot.
I think that there are two products, right? Those that are revolutionary and those that are like other things out there. And when it's like other things already out there, you have to really try much harder to get yourself known and to beat the competition. I think it's going to be really hard for you to get ahead of that competition, so I'm out.
That sucks.
Good luck, you guys.
Good luck, guys. You'll be
it's
fine.
a very nice product.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Check
Right
out
here,
their
great
website.
product.
And
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good luck.
Well, she certainly believed in it.
Passionate, very passionate.
Very passionate.
They have nothing.
And
And I'll tell you what else. Where can I find a woman with real hair?
Hey, we're gonna be just fine, I promise. I think we came here wanting a deal and wanting everything that went along with it. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
It is crushing and disappointment, but life goes on.
It does, and it's tough not getting what you're looking for out of the tank and all that. But Melissa, and I apologize, I didn't see the other name I'd love to have one or both of you come on the show and talk about your Shark Tank experience and what you've been up to since. So we got New Year's Eve sale, 10% off extensions. So it looks like they have from $139, $159. So I'm wondering, is it really $139? Let's just see, like, extensions, right? So their site was loading a little slow. We'll see if it loads. In the meantime, let's go pop over to social media, where they got Instagram at 89,000 followers. That's awesome. They got some traction with their engagement going. Very cool to see. Let's see, when's the last time they posted? So this was 2 hours ago. We got 22 hours ago. 2 days ago. Awesome to see. Let's go Facebook. We got 23,000 people like it, 24,000 followers. Not as much engagement. I mean, look, this is got Instagram written all over it. Pinterest got 1,700 followers on Pinterest. I've been looking to see, like, where is the people, like, it seems like none of these companies have figured out Pinterest, and it seems like Cashmere Hair, you guys got this figured out a little bit there. So that's great to see. 1 week ago, 12 weeks ago. I think that's a great, it's a great use to, help give people ideas like that, like the beauty magazines that they have at the hair salons, to, like, figure out, like, your hairstyles and stuff. It's a great use of it. So no list on the subscribers here on YouTube, but they did 2 weeks ago was the last video. 37 views, 57 views, 49 views. Pretty respectable for being a brand, and it seems like they're doing some videos. I wonder if there's a TikTok. I wanted to see, but I didn't see the link to it off of their website. Great looking site, great looking models, rocking the hair. So obviously they're using, I mean, they must have a professional photographer, which is great to see. And everybody knows here, I love seeing faces. So this is $194. Now, is that for the whole? Okay, so that's for all 7 pieces. So they've come down on their price. But up to 22 inches is $344. So I what it makes me wonder is if they came through and listened to the market and saw, like, oh, we are really high and people like the product, but can't get to that price point on every product, across the board. So yeah, and again, they might have just said $399 as their high end, or if that was what it was at the time. But yeah, no, great job overall, like, and being really passionate about it. I definitely can ding the bell for that. Just leave a comment down below and we'll hook up for an interview. Maryam, I hope I said your name right. I love your channel. Would love to attend your show. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you making it all the way to the end. So I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care.